Hello YouTube, Joe here. Got a lovely brew to try out. Smells good. This is the Belgian Wit we brewed. So the standardized Belgian Wit. True to form, it did come out over attenuated according to my notes. I believe it was 1.004 where I believe the calculation had it coming in at about 1.010, so about 1010. We came in at 1004. So yeah, so ABV a little bit low, of course, because again I shouldn't have topped up that extra gallon. But you can see it's looking beautiful. Carbonation is a little bit low on this batch. I guess it hasn't been aging for too long now, but there's definitely CO2 in there. You can see it's keeping a nice head. Well, small head. Not sure if you can see, but it is bubbling there. And yeah, so figured we'd do a taste test here. So without further ado, here we go. Get a little bit of the maltiness, just a hint. I'm also a little plagued. A little bit of like that spice, a little like, the aroma I talked about in that video when I had smashed up the coriander, a little bit like a Trix, kind of like a fruitiness. You get a hint of that. Smells good. All right, here we go. Okay. Very Blue Moony. Very, very light on the malt flavor. Almost watery. You get a bit of that spice. A nice bit of spice there. CO2 is definitely in there. I'm sitting here. Yeah, very clean. It's got a little bit of that, was it the wit fruitiness from the yeast? You know what I mean? Kind of like a banana, a little bit of like a banana. I don't get much of a clove out of this one. Interestingly enough, as it warms up on your tongue, you get to pick up a little bit of that wheat flavor. But I'm not getting necessarily like a malty flavor, if that makes sense. The spice is the first thing that hits your tongue. Yeah, real balanced. Super drinkable. Damn. Yeah, I'd give it 2 thumbs up. And this is not my style of beer at all. I really don't like Belgian beers that much and wheat beers that much. Something about it, we'll see actually after I have a couple of these, see if I get a headache from it. One thing I've noticed is with that style of beer, I get the worst headaches, and I don't know if it's just I've been drinking crappy, commercial versions that are full of, other chemicals or junk or something, or if the phenolics, I've read that the phenolics of some of those real estery beers can cause headaches, kind of like some folks have an allergic reaction to hops, so obviously like a double IPA would just knock them on their butt. So I have no idea. We'll drink a few of these and I'll let you know. But no, flavor-wise is great. It's nice and light. I can see why this is a perfect brew for summertime, because having something like this would be super thirst quenching, super refreshing in the summer. It's obviously wintertime right now, and yeah, I can only think that it would be just delightful during the summertime. Almost like a sessional kind of lawnmower beer, But good anytime. This is actually kind of a nice reprieve. The Evil Amarillo blew not too long ago, and so I went from quite hoppy, quite bitter, with a strong malt, underbelly, to a nice, easy drinker, very sessionable. Yeah, and it's not super estery. It doesn't have a whole lot of that banana, so I wonder if I'll be able to drink several of these without getting a headache. I don't know. If you've ever experienced that too, or if you know anything about like phenolics or esters causing headaches, let me know. leave a comment down below, because it's one reason why I've never wanted to have a lot of this style beer, because I was nervous that I would be drinking on it and have a headache every single time I drank one of them. Because some of those big Belgian Abbeys and stuff like that, I just get a nightmare headache almost, God, 10 minutes after I drink it, you know? It's bad. But this one's good. This one's real nice. Super clean. I like it. Be curious to brew it a little bit stronger. If I wouldn't have topped up too much, I wonder if I would get more of like the malt flavor. But it's only a gallon of water off in 10 gallons, so it's not like I was a gallon off in a 5-gallon batch, because that would be huge. 20% overage or something like that. So in 10 gallons, it's still not terrible, but it's I wonder if that went into play at all. I have no idea. But yeah, it's real good. So yeah, if you haven't tried one, give it a shot. Belgian Wit. Beautiful. Nice color. Definitely murky. To be expected. I just love that smell. What inspired me to do this, not only my conversation with our customer Mark at the shop, but the Hoegaarden. I found that I really liked Hoegaarden as like a version of this style, and when we had a couple of those yeasts come up, you know, coming out of date, that's how I brew. I pretty much base everything off what's going, you know, which yeasts are coming up on date, you know, liquid yeast. And yeah, it was Belgian Wits, and I was like, well, I've got 10 pounds of a test wheat to try anyway. Let's do it. And the only thing that the only one that just immediately popped to mind, I was like, man, Hoegaarden. Pretty good beer. I like it anyway. Refreshing. I would say it's a little bit more spice than this actually turned out, which is crazy, because I put a lot of spice in this, and it's not like you're getting overrun with, you know, orange and coriander spice. Yeah, that's good. That's real good. I may have to make this more often. So, alrighty. Well, cheers, YouTube. Thanks for watching, as always. If you do have any comments, please do leave them down below. I'll try to get back to you. I'm trying to get better about this. I know I'm awful at keeping up with the comment stream. I get a lot of comments every day, and it's really hard, so then I get discouraged, and then I don't check it for a couple weeks, and the next thing I know, I've got like 100 messages, and it's... oh, it just spirals out of control. You know how it is. But yeah, please do. Anyway, leave comments down below. Have conversations. If you haven't, please do like the video. Share the video with friends. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to it. If you are, welcome. Cheers. Thanks for stopping by. And yeah, I figured we'd just do a little homebrew review down in my corner here. My messy ass corner. I need to tidy it up, but c'est la vie, right? So, thanks for watching as always, YouTube. Cheers, 17, and we'll talk to you soon.